Hey, Beezy, I'm not in a big city. I'm not in Las Vegas. I'm not in LA. I'm not in Chicago. I'm not in New York. Um, how do I know if it's going to be profitable for me in my city? And I give everybody the same answer. Really, it's a few answers. First,
My son turned me to a beast, shout out fatherhood. AR let me know what stocks to buy. I'm on Robinhood. Scared to take a risk, y'all might not do it, but I'ma do it. Online app trapping Beezy, I know how to jug.
yo, welcome to the App Trappers USA YouTube channel. We are back with another one. And today we're going to talk about Turo. Is Turo profitable in your area? Is Turo profitable in 2023? We're going to get into all that, so I don't want to waste too much of y'all time. Let's get right to it. All right, first we're going to talk about the requirements to even put your car on Turo. All right, first, your car cannot be older than 12 years old. So it's 2023 now. If you have a 2010 or older, then your car is not eligible for Turo. So you got to have a car that's 2011 and up to be able to put that car on Turo. Also, your car has to have fewer than 130,000 miles. So if your car is at 129,999, you can still put it on Turo right now, but you have to have it on Turo before 130,000 miles. If it goes over 130,000 miles, you still good to go. They're not going to take it off Turo. It just has to be on the platform before it hits 130,000 miles. Also, it has to have a clean title, no salvage titles, no rebuilt titles. The vehicle value can't be more than $200,000. So if you got a Lamborghini, G-Wagon, or Ferrari or something like that, don't put it on Turo. They're not gonna cover your full car. So yeah, don't put a car that's over $200,000 on Turo. Simple as that. Also, you can't put a motorcycle on there or like a go-kart or I don't know shit. You just can't put them different type of vehicles on there. It has to be a car or a truck or something like that. Yeah, so that's basically the requirements. Vehicle age, not older than 12 years old, not more than 130,000 miles, no rebuilt titles, and no supercars on there. All right, so yeah. Next, we're going to get into how do we know if Turo is profitable in your area? Because I get a lot of this from a lot of people like, hey, Beezy, I'm not in a big city. I'm not in Las Vegas. I'm not in LA. I'm not in Chicago. I'm not in New York. How do I know if it's going to be profitable for me in my city? And I give everybody the same answer. Really, it's a few answers. First, get on Turo as a consumer. Get on Turo as if you are booking a car. Look up your city and look at the cars that's in your city. If there's cars in your city, that means it's profitable on Turo. Like that means people are already putting their cars on Turo in your city. See if they have bookings, see if they have reviews. If they got bookings and reviews, then that means you need to probably be getting your car on there so you can also get bookings and reviews. If other people are doing it, then it's probably profitable in your city. Another way to determine if it's profitable in your city is by identifying if you have things going on in your city. What I mean by that is, do you have a college in your city? Do you have sports teams in your city? Do you have event centers in your city? Do you have an airport in your city? As a matter of fact, do you have Enterprise, Hertz, or any of these big rental car companies in your city? If you got one of those in your city, then there's a market for rental cars. There's no questions asked, especially if you have an Enterprise or a Hertz in your city. They didn't put Enterprise and Hertz in your city for no reason. So that means there's a market for rental cars. And you can get your car on Turo and you can start tapping into that market. So check your local area on Turo and see if people have cars on there. Also check to see if you have things going on in your city that makes people come to your city for any reason at all. And if you have a Hertz or an Enterprise or any big rental company in your city, then there's profit to be made on Turo in your city. Another thing you can do is go to Turo Calculator. It's like Turo's calculator, but spelled calculator. I actually put this on the screen for y'all so y'all can see. Turo Calculator is basically a tool that Turo has that will show you the average booking price, not the average booking price, but the average amount made on your vehicle in your area. So you can get on Turo. Let's say you live in Chicago. You can get on Turo Calculator. You can filter Chicago, and you can filter the type of car that you have or the type of car that you are looking into getting, and they will tell you on there how much that car is making per year on Turo on average. That'll kind of give you an idea of, okay, this car is profitable for me on Turo in my area. And then it's a lot of other factors. Like, you don't want to go solely off of Turo calculator because they're just giving you the average. Me and my people, we do above average on everything. So if you're an above average person, you already know it's profitable for you on Turo. Next, I want to get into something that a lot of people nobody really talks about, especially on like social media, on YouTube. Like, you don't really get this game for free, and I'm gonna give it to you right here, right now. And this is actually in my Turo ebook that people pays for right now. So I started Turo in June of 2022. All right, I haven't even been on Turo for a whole year yet. All right, and I have over $130,000 in vehicles. Okay, how did I get $130,000 in vehicles? By using my credit. I had a good enough credit. And I tell everybody this: if you got good enough credit to get one vehicle, then you have good enough credit to get 10 vehicles if you know the game and if you know how to play it. And I'm going to give y'all the game right here, right now. How I did it is I got multiple banks. I got a credit union and I have a regular bank, right? So I went to my credit union. I knew my credit was good enough to get me in a vehicle. So you don't even need great credit to get a vehicle. You don't need a 680, you don't need a 700, you don't need a 750. You can really get in a car with 600 credit score, 620 credit score. You can get a vehicle. And if you can get in a vehicle with that type of credit score, you can get in 10 vehicles with that type of credit score. And I'm going to tell you how right now. So first, you're going to go to your bank like I did, okay? What I did was I went to my bank and I asked them, hey, I'm looking into buying a car. I don't want to go to the car lot and have them run my credit a million times. So I would rather come to the bank to where I have history and where you guys know me at. And I want to ask you guys for an auto loan. You ask your bank for an auto loan. The same bank that you've been doing all your business with, the same bank that you have been getting your direct deposits to. You go to that bank and you ask them for an auto loan. They will give you an auto loan if you have good history with the bank and if you have an all right credit score. What I did was I went to the bank, I got an auto loan. All right. Once I got that auto loan, I knew that I can go get more auto loans. So what did I do? I went to my credit union and I got another auto loan. All right. Now, I still haven't used either of these auto loans. All right. Now what I did, I went to the car lot. When I went to the car lot, remind you, I got 2 auto loans ready. But I didn't even use those auto loans, all right? I went to the car lot and I told them, I need you guys to run my credit with your bank. I don't want you to run it through 10, 20 banks. I want you to run it through the one bank that you know will accept me no matter what, okay? And that's what they did. They ran it through one bank, all right? So now I have 3 auto loans. They said, hey, you're approved. I got approved for a car. So now I got 3 auto loans. I grabbed this car from the auto place that I went to. They gave me a loan. Remind you, I still have the 2 loans from my bank that I have not used yet. Now, how can I still use these 2 auto loans? Because when you go get an auto loan, they don't report that car on your credit for 30 days. So you have 30 days to go get as many cars as you can go get, as you can afford to go get in those 30 days. Remind you, you do have to put down payments unless you have exceptional credit, 800 credit score, and you can walk in here with $0 down and go get as many cars as you want to with this same method. So I got the auto loan from the car lot. Remind you, I still have 2 auto loans. So what do? I get online and I look for cars using these 2 auto loans. I find cars and I use my 2 auto loans to go get 2 more cars. Okay. Now, all these cars that I got, still not on my credit. I still have 30 days to go get more cars if I want to before these cars hit my credit. So what do? I get on sites like CarMax, Carvana, stuff like that, and you get a car from them. You go online, you search, you put your application in, and you go get a car from them. They will approve you instantly if your credit is good enough to go get all these other cars. Obviously, your credit is good enough to go to Carvana and CarMax and go get another car. So you go get another car from them, and you just stack up on all these cars over 30 days, however many cars you can afford to get over 30 days, and you go get those cars, and you put all of them on Turo. You want to make sure the cars you are getting are profitable vehicles. How do you know what's a profitable vehicle? That's going back to Turo Calculator. Turo Calculator is going to tell you how much this car on average is making in your area. You want to go off of that number and go off of how much you're going to have to pay monthly for this car. So you want it to be at least double. You want it to be, if you're paying $500 a month for this car, you want to be making at least $1,000 a month on Turo, on this car, excuse me. I'm gonna give you an example on my Tesla. My Tesla, I'm paying $1,000 a month for this Tesla, okay? But I am making $2,500 to $3,000 every month renting out my Tesla on Turo, okay? So what does that mean? $2,500, let's say I made $2,500 this month. I pay $1,000 to my car note. I have $1,500 profit that I have made off this one vehicle. Now, if you multiply the vehicles, you get as many vehicles as you can, then just do the math on that, okay? So, yeah, that's how you do it. You basically go get as many cars as you can within the 30 days. Before the cars hit your credit, you put them all on Turo and you start making money on these cars as soon as possible so you can get these car notes paid, get these insurances paid. You do need to have insurance on all your cars, so depending on how many cars you have, I would recommend getting fleet insurance if you have a fleet of cars. But if you got less than 5 cars or something like that.
A few moments later.
But yeah, if you got less than 5 cars, I would recommend just going with your regular insurance, somebody like Geico or Allstate or whoever you already go with, and just try to find the best deal on insurance and get that. So yeah, that's basically it with Turo. I got an ebook, Turo ebook, to just basically tell you the ins and outs and how to do Turo. I also have another ebook on how to get the cars for Turo, over 100K in cars in 30 days. So go ahead and check those out below. Also join the community. App Trappers USA is full of people just like me and you who doing Turo, doing Amazon, just on these apps getting money. And if you don't want to go on the journey alone, I suggest you join the Discord below. The link will be below. Appreciate you staying to the end. See you next time. We out.